what I propose to do and my party propose to do in this time is this. Instead of globalization, we must go glocalization. So we must involve the region. We cannot carry on to the drumbeat of the Americans, which led globalization. We saw how Trump suspended tariffs for 90 days, all right? And I think at the end of the day, there could be a silver lining in the cloud because Singapore enjoys a lowest tariff. Many foreign companies are going to relocate to us. It could be a golden age for our industry, our economy.
On a national level, we are of the view that we need to first take steps to diversify our economy, and that includes also strengthening our domestic capacities. And one way of which is by reducing the cost of doing business in Singapore. We have one proposal, which is for the issuance of national guidelines on rent increases for commercial properties. And we need to encourage domestic entrepreneurship and innovation. But to do that, Singaporeans must first feel financially safe to do so. And that is why PSP also has proposals to reduce the cost of living and the cost of housing.
That one specific policy to put more money into the pockets of citizens is to cut GST from 9% to 7%. That will immediately put more money into the pockets of people, and people will feel more confident, they will consume more, and it's very different from the GST cashback scheme because that comes once or 2 times a year, whereas you spend GST every day, and that's painful for many Singaporeans.
The first thing we can look at is friendly nations that we know are still welcoming and eager to trade with us, to move into how we can deepen relationships with them. We are party to the CPTPP. We have our friends in ASEAN who we can think about how to work with them to deepen our connections with them so we can kind of lighten the impact from the realignment. But of course, there will still be some impact on the Singaporean worker who might be dislocated because of this realignment. And for them, we want to ensure that that famed trampoline that President has talked about, where they can bounce back from this difficulty, is a real lived experience. I think the first is thinking about how we can look at industries where we may have become more price competitive as a consequence of the trade war, right? We look at industries in Singapore, for example, the semiconductor industry, where there is a chance that because of how the relative tariffs have been placed upon other nations in the region, we could actually have an advantage in this scenario to actually capture more of the market.